Wealth since 1868. I'm banking on Michael Busch, who's batting .317 over his last 15 games with 3 home runs. Time now for the pitching matchup, sponsored by Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Enjoy the laid-back experience of Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Kyle Hendricks going for the Cubs, the right-hander 2-7 with a 6.78 ERA. Fellow right-hander Zach Gallen pitching for Arizona, 6-5, a 3.87 ERA. Now let's pause for the playing of the national anthem.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight last gleaming through broad stripes and bright stars, through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner yet wave. Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Harry Luge, whose son Ethan is a Cubs clubhouse assistant, performing the national anthem this evening here at Wrigley Field. The national anthem, sponsored by American Sail. Bring the fun home. Around Baseball is sponsored by Great Clips. For your next haircut, go to Great Clips. It's going to be great. In Game 1 of a doubleheader in Atlanta, the Braves beat the Cardinals 3-2 in 10 innings. Ozzie Albies with a walk-off sacrifice fly. Game 2 has yet to get underway. The Rays, a 9-1 drubbing of the Yankees. Randy Arozarena hit 2 home runs. He finished with 4 hits for the Rays. The Tigers, a 7-3 victory over the Blue Jays. The A's beat the Angels 8-2. Brent Rooker hit a 3-run home run, number 22 on the year for him. The Mets with a 1-0 win over the Marlins as Luis Severino wins his 7th game of the year. Here at Wrigley Field, it's time for baseball. Cubs, Diamondbacks, Pat, Ron, next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is Chicago Cubs baseball with Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer on the Cubs Radio Network.
The biggest pro football contests in Vegas are back. Circa Survivor and Circa Million are now up to $16 million in guaranteed prizes. 2 ways to win and no rake. Circa Survivor contest, select 1 team each week, no point spread, lasts the longest, win it all with $10 million guaranteed. In Circa Million, make 5 picks against the spread each week for your share of $6 million guaranteed. Quarterly and full season payouts. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. Visit circasports.com for details.
At UI Health, we're creating a new foundation for expert care. Introducing our new specialty care building, a state-of-the-art clinic space and expansive outpatient surgery center, where we can provide more same-day robotic surgeries and innovative treatments for transplants, complete eye care, cancer, and more. A healthier future starts here. Learn more at uihealth.care. We are UI Health.
Experience the new Genesis of Algonquin to see how every Genesis is meticulously designed and crafted for luxury. Visit genesisofalgonquin.com.
You've heard the slogan about the Chevrolet dealer on the west side of Marion. Now test it out for yourself. If you're thinking about buying a new or used car this spring, then see Barry Bunker this week. Remember, the man whose name is on the door is always on the showroom floor. So if you see a new Chevrolet or one of Barry's great-looking used cars, you can't lose at Barry Bunker. Spring has sprung and the best buys in town are at Barry Bunker Chevrolet. See the gang at Bunkers this week and tell Barry we sent you.
Hello, friends. It's Chuck Weingartner at Fortress Federal Credit Union. It's a beautiful day for baseball. Let's cheer on those Chicago Cubs and celebrate the winning by flying the W flag. Remember, you can't control the outcome of the game, but you can control how you play. Join our winning team at Fortress for the personal touch, not a touchscreen with options. Fortress Federal Credit Union is conveniently located at 615 Northwestern Avenue, Marion, Indiana. Member NCUA.
Everyone knows a funeral is supposed to allow us to say goodbye to your loved one. It's not supposed to make you say goodbye to your bank account. I'm Ann Duncan from Owen Weiler Duncan Funeral Homes, and I promise the affordable way to plan a funeral is with Owen Weiler Duncan. Call us at 664-5765.
The Trash Bags, Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha, Bosch Power Tools, James Hardy Building Products, Sloan, Stella Blue Coffee, Traffic Tech, Wintrust Community Banks, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, Granger, official partner of the Chicago Cubs in Wrigley Field, Aturo Tires, and by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. And now, here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer, with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
Chicago Cubs baseball is on the air from Wrigley Field in Chicago. It's game 2 of this 3-game weekend series between the Chicago Cubs and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Good evening, everybody. Along with former Cub and All-Star Ron Coomer, it's Pat Hughes reporting. It's a beautiful summer evening here at the friendly confines. Temperature in the upper 70s, 77 degrees. In fact, as the game is about ready to get underway, the Cubs will try to get things even with Arizona after dropping the opener yesterday by a score of 5-2. A couple of very crafty right-handers ready to work for their respective teams. Kyle Hendricks going for the Cubs, and Zach Gallen will start for Arizona. Let's go ahead and get right to the starting lineups for tonight's game. Sponsored by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, through it all. Leading off for the visitors from Arizona, Corbin Carroll in right field. Ketel Marte batting second and playing second base. Former Cub Jock Peterson is the designated hitter. The Diamondbacks cleanup hitter is first baseman Christian Walker. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. in left. The young catcher is Gabriel Moreno. Batting seventh at third base, Eugenio Suarez. Alec Thomas batting eighth in center, and batting ninth and playing shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. So those are the D-backs. They are 2 games above 500. For the Cubs, who are now 5 below the break-even point, Nico Horner will lead off and play second base. Michael Busch at first base. Batting third, the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. Ian Happ, the cleanup man in left field. Batting fifth and playing third base, Christopher Morel. The designated hitter for the Chicago Cubs is Mike Tauchman. Tauchman batting sixth. Dansby Swanson at shortstop. Miguel Amaya catching and batting eighth. And batting ninth, center fielder Pete Crow Armstrong. We are ready to go. Big crowd on hand. Cubs and Diamondbacks back to get it started for you right after this. You are listening to The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is Chicago Cubs baseball with Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer on the Cubs Radio